Hello, and welcome to MindTales, the channel door learners who want to speak English with more confidence and joy. I am Sam, and I am here to help you speak English more naturally, step by step, day by day. Let's talk about a super cool story today. It's about how a simple drink made in a small shop became a huge global star that billions of people know. We'll look at the amazing journey of Coca-Cola. It's a brand you see everywhere, no matter where you are in the world. This isn't just about business, it's about new ideas, smart choices, great selling, and how a company learned to grow in many different countries. So, let's go back to the very first spark of this idea. Our story starts in a lively city called Atlanta, Georgia. This was in the year 1886. Imagine a clever scientist, a pharmacist named Dr. John Stith Pemberton. He was working hard in his special room, his laboratory. He wasn't just making regular medicines to help people when they were sick. No, he had a special goal. He wanted to make a brand new kind of tonic, something truly special that would make people feel good and full of energy. He spent many hours trying different things, mixing different ingredients together. He didn't give up. Finally, after all that hard work, he made a sweet-smelling syrup. He made it in a shiny, big brass kettle. This special syrup was then carefully taken to a popular local shop called Jacob's Pharmacy. At Jacob's Pharmacy, the syrup found its perfect partner, sparkling, bubbly soda water. When mixed together, it was ready. People could buy a glass for just 5 cents. And guess what? Almost everyone who tasted this new drink said it was excellent. They really liked it. Now, Dr. Pemberton had a smart helper, his bookkeeper and business partner, Frank M. Robinson. It was Frank who came up with the super famous name, Coca-Cola. He had a strong feeling that the 2 C's, written in a fancy, flowing way, would look really good in advertisements. And his feeling was absolutely right. Frank Robinson also personally drew that iconic swirly logo that we still know right away today. It shows how good his design was, even after so many years. In its very first year, Coca-Cola didn't sell a lot. On average, only about 9 drinks were sold per day. At the beginning, it was not just sold as a refreshing drink. It was also sold as a brain tonic. People thought it could help with headaches and make you feel less tired. The first recipe for Coca-Cola had special things in it, extracts from coca leaves and cola nuts. These 2 parts, as you can probably guess, gave the drink its special and easy-to-remember name. Sadly, Dr. Pemberton's health started to get worse. In his last few years, he sold different parts of his growing business to different people before he passed away in 1888. But the most important person to come into the story was a very clever and sharp businessman from Atlanta named Asa Griggs Candler. Asa Candler was very smart. He started to buy all the different parts of the Coca-Cola business from the different people who owned them. By the year 1891, he had done something amazing. He had bought all the rights to the secret Coca-Cola recipe and the entire business. In 1892, Candler officially started the Coca-Cola Company as a proper business in Georgia. Under his strong and visionary leadership, Coca-Cola's popularity didn't just grow a little, it truly soared. Candler was a real leader in advertising and making a brand famous. He started very clever campaigns. For example, he famously gave out coupons for free drinks. This was a very new idea back then. He also put the Coca-Cola name and logo very clearly on everyday items like clocks, calendars, and big signs outside. He understood how powerful it was for people to recognize a brand long before many other people in business. By 1895. Only 3 years after Candler took full control, he could proudly announce an amazing achievement for such a new product. Coca-Cola was being excitedly sold and enjoyed in every single state and territory across the entire United States. This was something truly amazing for that time. For its first 10 years, Coca-Cola was mostly a drink you got at a soda fountain. A person working there, a soda clerk, would mix it fresh for you right on the spot. But a truly huge change happened in the year 1899. This change would affect the whole future of the company forever. Two incredibly smart and far-seeing businessmen from Chattanooga, Tennessee, Benjamin F. Thomas and Joseph B. Whitehead, saw a huge opportunity. They saw a very big market that was not being used yet for bottled Coca-Cola. They realized they could take the drink out of the pharmacy shops and bring it right into people's homes and workplaces. They were very bold and went to Asa Candler with a daring proposal. They made a deal that has now become legendary in the history of business. They got the special, exclusive rights to bottle and sell Coca-Cola in almost all of the United States for an amazingly small amount of money, just one single symbolic dollar. This agreement, which seemed very simple, was actually the brilliant base for Coca-Cola's very special and super effective franchised bottling system. The main idea was brilliant because it was simple and could grow very big. The Coca-Cola Company would only focus on making the very secret syrup concentrate. Then, they would sell this special syrup to hundreds of different, independent bottling companies all over the country. These local bottlers would then handle all the other steps. They would mix the syrup with carbonated water, carefully fill it into bottles, and then efficiently deliver these bottles directly within their specific local areas. This system, where many different companies worked together but were coordinated, allowed Coca-Cola to grow its reach at an absolutely astonishing speed. They didn't need to spend huge amounts of money building and managing their own bottling factories everywhere. It was a stroke of strategic genius that powered its explosive growth. While Coca-Cola was quickly becoming a big hit in the US, its journey to becoming a truly global giant was a more careful and gradual process. The first steps to go international were quite small. By 1906, bottling started well in Canada, Cuba, and Panama. These were the very first countries outside the United States where the iconic drink was bottled. However, Coca-Cola's truly massive and strong international push didn't really speed up until the 1920s. This was under the energetic and very ambitious leadership of Robert W. Woodruff, who became the president of the Coca-Cola Company in 1923. Woodruff had an incredibly bold and huge vision. He said that Coca-Cola should be available to every single person in every corner of the earth. A huge turning point, one that truly made Coca-Cola's global presence even bigger, happened during the difficult years of World War II. Woodruff made a promise that is now famous and had a very big impact. We will make sure every man in uniform gets a bottle of Coca-Cola for 5 cents wherever he is and whatever it costs the company. To keep this extraordinary promise, Coca-Cola started a huge project. They built bottling plants near military bases all around the world, from the fighting areas of Europe to the faraway islands of the Pacific. This meant that American soldiers, sailors, and airmen serving thousands of miles from home could always find a familiar, comforting taste of home. But, even more importantly, this project accidentally introduced Coca-Cola to millions of local people in new countries who had never before seen or tasted the refreshing drink. When the war finally ended, these strategically placed bottling plants remained. They provided an incredibly valuable, ready-made system for truly huge global expansion. Over the next many years, Coca-Cola continued its strong and successful march across the globe. By the 1930s, even before the war, it had already managed to set up some kind of bottling operations, even if small ones, in an impressive 76 countries. The period after the war, the 1940s and 50s, saw truly massive growth as more and more nations excitedly welcomed the refreshing drink. The instantly recognizable contour bottle, a design masterpiece first made in 1915, especially to make Coca-Cola stand out from other drinks, became a universally understood global symbol of refreshment and American culture. So, how long did it really take for Coca-Cola to go beyond its beginning and truly become established all over the world? From its humble invention in 1886 to reaching widespread availability in every U.S. state by 1895, a remarkably fast 9 years, was a rapid win inside its home country. However, changing into a truly global brand, known and sold in over 200 countries and territories, was a much longer and continuous journey. While the first international steps started around the turn of the 20th century, the major speeding up of its global reach truly began in the 1920s under Woodruff's vision. It then got an unmatched boost during World War II. By the mid-20th century, roughly 70 years after it was first made, Coca-Cola had firmly become a strong worldwide beverage powerhouse. It's correct to say it took well over 50 years for Coca-Cola to build a truly significant, widespread global presence. And continuous expansion, deep market presence, and adapting to different cultures have been happening every single day since then. Today, over 1.9 billion servings of Coca-Cola products are enjoyed daily across more than 200 countries and territories. This is a clear sign of its lasting success. The story of Coca-Cola is a powerful example of always changing, having leaders with great ideas, making smart business moves, and having a strong belief in a product's potential. It changed a simple pharmacy tonic into a drink that truly refreshes the entire world, one bottle, one sip, one connection at a time. It clearly shows how, with a clear idea, endless effort, and smart plans, even the most small and unassuming idea can grow into a global phenomenon. Thank you.